Welcome back, America. We're here with Hans von Spakovsky. He has a brand new big deal job over there at the Advancing America Freedom Senior Legal Fellow. I have great respect. I've known Hans, 20, 25 years now? It's a long time. And he's a great lawyer, civil rights lawyer, election lawyer, immigration lawyer, and beyond. Well, let's get into this a little bit. So when these federal judges, like in New York or elsewhere, they decide that they're going to take jurisdiction and they're going to handle a case, they're acting without authority, aren't they? They're acting unconstitutionally. They're acting in violation of federal immigration law, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I mean, I'll give you a quick example of this again. If an immigration court issues a deportation order, yeah, the alien can appeal that to the Board of Immigration Appeals. That's an administrative appellate court inside the Justice Department. If, again, the court rules against them, under federal law, the alien can go to court, but he can only go to a U.S. Court of Appeal. The district courts are barred from taking up any case in which an alien is trying to say, oh, this deportation order shouldn't have been issued against me. So anytime you see a district court judge setting aside a deportation order, they are violating federal law by doing that.
Yeah, and we've seen that happen. And we've seen these Biden, Obama judges do this in New York. With Khalil, we've seen it in Maryland. With Garcia, we've seen it. And these appellate courts have been overruling them left and right. But that just shows you how lawlessness this whole area is and how illegal immigrants are so important to the Democrat Party, whether they've committed additional crimes or not. Right. That is why they will shut down the government, blame the Republicans, try and defund DHS or reform them, you see. And nothing annoys me more than when these Republicans fall over themselves to fall in line when all this agitprop is used. Let's talk about visas quickly, because this is an area I'm sure most of the American people don't know and don't deal with. A visa is an official approval of a foreign individual to come into the country for a whole variety of reasons. Right. Federal immigration law has a whole list of different kinds of visas for different purposes. For studying, for students, for tourism, for entertainment, and so forth and so on. So these visas, Hans von Spakovsky, they are a privilege to a foreigner. They have nothing to do with a right to citizenship or anything of the sort. And they have a deadline, unless you get it extended. And when that deadline comes, what happens? What are you supposed to do?
Lots of people are claiming that if someone has a visa, why they have the very same First Amendment rights as Americans. And the fact that an alien, for example, is out there supporting Hamas, a designated guerrilla group, doesn't give the U.S. government the ability to deport them. Now, that's just wrong. That is not the way the immigration statutes work. And in fact, Mark, look, there's all kinds of First Amendment rights that Americans have that the courts have said aliens do not have. I mean, the most basic one is, as you know, no alien can participate in the political process. They can't contribute money to federal candidates, which obviously an American can, because that's a First Amendment right. That's just the most obvious example that the idea that aliens here, particularly those on visas, just have a full panoply of First Amendment rights, I mean, that's just wrong.
And if you overstay your visa, by the way, that is punishable. And you can be banned from the United States for a significant number of years and so forth. So people who overstay their visas, of course, ICE is trying to find them and get them and remove them. People who have committed a whole panoply of different crimes, they could be misdemeanor crimes or felony crimes, they get punished too. And when they're done their punishment, they're kicked out of the country as a matter of course. And as Hans is saying, just because you have a visa and say, hey, I'm a student and I have a First Amendment right to do whatever I want, actually you don't have a First Amendment right to do whatever you want. And you can be removed. And it's not up to a federal judge to decide that either. That goes to one of those immigration law judges. Hans, we're going to bring you back a little later in the year to continue this so the American people understand just how bad the Democrats are and the media are in screwing up our country. God bless you, my friend, and thank you, and congrats on your new job.
Thanks, Mark.